Arena.
Tonight's stage features the Brown Bear.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Stony Brook Athletics is committed to equity, regardless of your race, sexual orientation, gender identity, spirituality, socioeconomic background, disability, or any other defining characteristic. We believe that our differences don't divide us, but unite us and makes us stronger. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you please rise and kneel as we honor the United States of America and those who protect our freedoms with the playing of the national anthem, being performed tonight by the Spirit of Stony Brook.
From Island Federal Arena on the campus of Stony Brook University, we welcome you to another edition of NCAA Hoops on Flow Sports. Tonight, the Stony Brook Seawolves cap the non-conference portion of the season and do so against a familiar foe in the Brown Bears. Happy holidays. Thanks for making us a part of your Friday evening. He's the coach, Rob Pavanelli. I'm Johnny Wincott. Two teams playing some pretty good basketball out of the holiday break. Stony Brook has won 4 out of the last 5. Brown Bears, they've notched 2 out of the last 3.
Yeah, both teams are playing some good basketball, Johnny. Early on, Brown struggled. This is a talented and experienced basketball team. They won 2 out of the last 3. Big victory on the road against Rhode Island and an incredible comeback victory against Siena. They were down 22 in the second half. For Stony Brook, they had won 4 in a row. Traveled out to Michigan State, got beat up a little bit by a terrific Spartans basketball team. They're going to need to shoot the ball well from beyond the arc tonight if they're going to come away with the victory.
Gino Ford and company did get an early Christmas present, the return of Aaron Clark. He'll make his return to Island Federal Arena, first game in front of the faithful since November 20th.
Yeah, he had missed 4 games with an injury, but he's back at full strength and playing extremely well. He scored 21 in his first game back in a victory against Army. Clark is a really talented scorer, can beat you in so many different ways, can create space to get the jump shot off, can really get to the basket and finish with either hand. What he does extremely well is shoot the 3 ball. Stony Brook needs a big offensive night tonight out of Aaron Clark.
Player spotlight made very easy for Mike Martin's Brown Bears for the second consecutive season. Their leading scorer, Keno Lilly Jr.
Yeah, averaging almost 20 points a game, and he is a high-volume scorer, high-volume shooter. He can heat up in a hurry. He scored 24 of his 26 in that comeback victory against Siena in the second half. Like Clark, his offensive repertoire is very versatile. He can beat you from beyond the arc. He can get to the basket, and he's got a terrific float game. Stony Brook is going to pay a lot of attention to him defensively tonight.
10th all-time meeting between the Bears and Seawolves. Home team has taken each of the last 4. We've got tip-off starting next right here on FloHoops. We get you set for basketball here at Island Federal Arena one final time in 2023. He's Rob Pavanelli. I'm Johnny Wincott. Saddle up. Slated to be another good one between Stony Brook and Brown, the 10th all-time meeting. And we are underway. The 7-footer Keenan Fitzmaurice unsurprisingly wins the 2.
Well, Keenan Fitzmaurice has been slated into the starting lineup as of late and has played extremely well. Andre Snoddy will be coming off the bench once again.
Starting lineups presented by Jake's 58 Hotel and Casino. Chris Mido, Bunny a little strong. Rebound lassoed by A.J. Lesbert Jr. It's a bit of a different starting quintet tonight for Mike Martin's group.
Yeah, and he hasn't started much at all this season. Had a big game against Kansas City, but the sophomore has not played a whole bunch, getting about 7-8 minutes a game.
We noted Brown winners in 2 out of 3. Kimo Ferrari left open. Corner pop is down. Ferrari is 4th game back after a 5-game absence. Brown, a week ago, 22-point deficit overcame against Siena to win 2 out of the last 3 games.
Well, Ferrari plays extremely smart basketball, tough, hard-nosed defender. He can shoot the rock, as shown on that last possession.
Dean Knoll can shoot as well, but the 3-pointers left short. Here comes Ferrari in 6th gear. To the corner again, Lesbert Jr. lets fly. Off the iron, Owusu Anane can't clean up the first time, and third time is the charm for Brown.
And Brown is a very good offensive rebounding basketball team. Stony Brook is going to have to do a terrific job boxing out and making sure that Brown doesn't hurt them on the glass.
Bears with a 4-9 mark so far. They'll play 15 non-conference games. 10 of them will be away from Providence. Still one more on the docket next week against Vermont, as they go through some of those former and current America East squads.
We talked about winners of 2 of their last 3. They beat URI, they beat Siena. They did lose to Providence on the road.
Keno Lilly Jr. will take a lot of shots. He will make most of those looks. Misses his first one today. 111 3-point attempts this season.
No, he's gonna let it fly. He's got the ultimate green light. Knoll a little short on that 3-pointer.
So Dean Knoll just 2 of his last 14 from distance over the last 3+ games. Stony Brook 0 of 4 from the field to start this one.
And Stony Brook did not shoot the ball well against Michigan State in that loss. They only shot 19% from beyond the arc, 6 for 31. They obviously have to do a better job tonight shooting the basketball, and that was a big key to their 4-game winning streak.
Lilly 0 for 2 to start as we get a peek at Pav's points briefly, presented as always by Four Seasons Sunrooms.
Yeah, for Stony Brook, they have to contain Lilly, and they have to make sure Brown is one and done on the offensive glass. For Brown, they have to attack the basket. They're pretty athletic, and they're going to have to defend the arc against Stony Brook.
Mido, bully ball, puts it down. First two for Stony Brook belong to Chris Mido at 8 points, 7 rebounds in that loss against Michigan State. Tough go at it for Stony Brook, as Gino Ford said. Statistically, that's the second best defense this program has faced in 10 years.
That's not an easy team to play, especially in Lansing.
Oh, just a fifth three-point make of the season for Kalu Anya. And Brown opens up quickly their largest lead of the game.
Anya not a tremendous shooter. Last year he really hurt Stony Brook with a double-double at 11 and 10.
Stevenson Moore, the cutter, fading and connecting. Stony Brook's leading scorer this season, just over 15 per game, with Stony Brook's leading scorer last year as well when these teams met 20 points.
And only one time this season has he been held under double digits, and that was against Michigan State in the last 3 matches.
A 99-55 finish in favor of Tom Izzo's group. Stony Brook shot only 29% from the field in that game.
And Stony Brook's going to live with that jump shot again behind the good defense by the Seawolves.
Mido may have gotten away with an extra carry there, and he takes advantage, finishing over the much shorter Kimo Ferrari.
And Mido, a tremendous defender and shot blocker. He's become much more aggressive on the offensive end. You mentioned 8 and 7 against Michigan State. He had a sensational game early in the season against Norfolk State. We had 19 points and 12 rebounds. And Gino Ford would love to see him continue to be aggressive.
So the Seawolves start 0 of 4 from the field. They've hit their last 3 shots. Keenan Fitzmaurice in double figures each of the last 5 games. The right-handed bunny gets the roll. Stony Brook has their first lead of the evening.
And I'm not sure if it's a direct correlation, but since Morris has been in the starting lineup, Stony Brook has played much better, especially early on in games.
Quick 6-0 blitz for Gino Ford's group. Owusu Anane can't finish. Good stand-up defense by Keenan Fitzmaurice. That's the big boy matchup that we'll be looking out for throughout this one. Fitzmaurice steps out for 3. The iron kind. 5 consecutive for Fitzmaurice, and again sprinkling some of that Fitz magic.
And the rim has certainly been kind to Stony Brook the last 3 possessions. A very soft rim as Stony Brook is on a 9-0 run.
Brown Bears looking for an answer. Have not played in the Ivy League tournament yet, established in 2017. Got to finish top 4 of the 8-team Ivy.
And they're picked to come in 4th this year. Princeton is very, very good. Yale, Cornell. So they certainly have a chance.
Lilly tunnels under the bucket, can't finish. Foul on the rebound, it's going against the Bears. It'll bring us to our first media timeout. 9-0 blitz over the last 100 seconds. Stony Brook and Brown just getting going, 11-7 your score.
At Stony Brook Medicine, we pioneered a faster way to recover from joint surgery. So Greg barely missed a step. We have a level 1 trauma center, the highest in the region, so Frank can keep playing once upon a time. We are home to a nationally recognized diabetes center, so Anita never misses a celebration. Working together to make your life stronger. We are Stony Brook Medicine. All we do is all for you.
At H2M, we play to win. Architecture, engineering, sustainability. We compete to be the best there is. We believe in teamwork. Working together, building together, winning together.
No one covers Long Island better than News 12. From breaking news happening in our communities.
They turn on News 12 to see what's going on.
to keeping you alerted when wild weather's headed our way.
You can see a lot of lightning.
Plus the local stories and events that matter to you most. Start your day with the only newscast that's just dedicated to Long Island. Watch Mornings on News 12, starting at 5 a.m. Now streaming on Roku and Fire TV. Local matters.
Well, we wish you happy holidays from Long Island's North Shore. He is still Rob Pavanelli. I'm Johnny Wincott. We've taken our final game of the non-conference portion of the season and of the 2023 portion of the season. Good start for the Stony Brook Seawolves on a 9-0 blitz over the last 2:15.
Yeah, real solid defense up front. Great job by Aaron Clark boxing out. It's going to take a team effort on the glass for Stony Brook. Not a tremendous rebounding basketball team, but when you get contributions from the guards, and I think Toby Onyekou's a terrific rebounder out of the guard spot, and it's been a good start for the Seawolves on both ends of the floor.
Stony Brook has had that man back for the last 2 games, Aaron Clark. We have not seen the services of Aaron Clark since November 20th. How does that change the dynamic for Gino Ford's group?
Well, he's just such an offensive threat. A careless turnover there by, save. Tremendous save for Stony Brook. Almost a turnover. But Clark can score on his own. He can get his own late in the shot clock when Stony Brook's struggling on the offensive end. Like we mentioned, he can beat you so many ways offensively.
This is Stevenson Moore. Takes it into the lane, fades again off the iron, tipped into the grasp of Kimo Ferrari.
He also takes a lot of pressure off Tyler Stevenson Moore. You can't double down on him.
Good defense by Aaron Clark in the far corner. He's going to stay with Brown, 17 on the timer. Noted these teams met last year, 10th all-time meeting this year. 64-53 the final in favor of the Bears. Home team has won each of the last 4.
And I'm sure the Seawolves will love to continue that streak.
First touches for Landon Lewis. He lost it. Clark trying to go 94 feet, flipped it up against Ferrari. Snody will clean up the garbage. 11 consecutive points for Stony Brook.
Real nice job there by Snody. Running the floor, didn't give up on the play, cleaned it up, and got an easy bucket.
The response, not there from Owusu Anane. Good offensive rebound. Supplied by Aaron Cooley, we noted, coming off the bench today. Sprawling effort by Keenan Fitzmaurice, who has really at times this year served as that heart and soul for Stony Brook.
Oh, absolutely. He's a tremendous defender, great energy. Look at his transition basketball, the hustle. Clark almost traveled right here, but Snody with the great offensive glass and put back. Good transition defense there by Ferrari, limiting Clark. Did not let him get a good look up. Almost caused the travel as well.
So Mike Martin's group still looking to stop the bleeding here. 7 minutes into the first half, 11 consecutive points by Stony Brook. Lilly on the handoff, TSM keeping up, 1 on the timer, rejection. Andre Snody supplied it. Stony Brook back the other way, it is Snody. Seawolves reset in the form of Aaron Clark. They have not had number 5 for the reset in quite some time, and the southpaw is smooth. Clark is on the mark from distance, 16th time this season. It's a 16-2 Stony Brook blitz.
And you ask me what difference he does. That's exactly what he can do. He can score the basketball in so many different ways. You know, graduate student, had a tremendous career at Sacred Heart. One of all-time greats there. Tremendous score, and he has certainly picked it up right here at Stony Brook.
Fancy footwork in the interior by Landon Lewis, who has appeared in each of the 14 games this season for Brown, off the bench in all of them.
Yeah, the 6'7" sophomore out of Los Angeles, California.
So first points in a long time for the Bears. They get a rejection on the other end underneath the tin with 16 on the timer, still with Stony Brook. It's a team that has thrived in the rejection category for most of the season, averaging about 5 blocks per game, second best in the Ivy, top 50 in the country.
Yeah, very good up front, very athletic. The rotation, Lewis with the block, Cooley with a nice job rotating defensively. The front court is very long, very athletic, very active for Brown.
Quick trigger, Stevenson Moore leaves it short. Brought in by the Bears. Again, Ferrari controls over midcourt. Bears one of their last 7 from the field during this 14-2 Stony Brook blitz. Anya had it stripped by Anya Cone, picked up by Mito. Stevenson Moore goes up, can't finish, and a foul on the rebound going against Chris Mito. So the first Stony Brook foul brings us to our second break. 7-point advantage for Gino Ford's group. Just getting started here at Island Federal Arena, 16-9 SBU.
which was more than double the total from at Stony Brook Food Pantry. All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise for the Team Artolino t-shirt talk.
Yeah.
Team Artolino.
Solo steal.
Test 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Stony Brook Seawolves a 16-9 advantage over the Brown Bears out of our under 12 media timeout here at Island Federal Arena. Gino Ford has gotten comfortable here in his 5th season with Stony Brook. 38 wins, 21 losses when playing here on Long Island's North Shore.
And he really likes this basketball team, really kind of in his image. They shoot the ball extremely well. They share the basketball, tough, hard-nosed defenders. He's done a tremendous job, he and his staff, assembling this roster this season.
Per usual, we have 2 great former guards at the helm of each team tonight. Mike Martin on the other end for Brown, who was a part of their most successful 4-year history. 139 wins, the most successful in winning his coach in their program's history. TJ Sorrentine there as well, former AAU teammates. Sorrentine, of course, a former, what we call him, great at Vermont.
Pretty good backcourt right there. Mike Martin, the all-time leading wins at Brown, a 2004 graduate, was 10th in all-time in assists. Tremendous player. You mentioned TJ Sorrentine. He, along with Taylor Coppenrath at Vermont, pulled off that incredible upset against Syracuse in the first round of the NCAA tournament back in 05.
And Sorrentine's number 11 hangs in the rafters at Patrick Gymnasium in Burlington. In fact, Sorrentine in his 16th season with the program, Martin in his 12th season. Rejection under the tin. Courtesy of Kalu Anya, it's his 10th of the season. Great backdoor feed, did not get there cleanly. Aaron Cooley running baseline will stay at a 5-point game. Turnover on the Bears.
That was a nice look backdoor, some good offense there by the Brown Bears. They were unable to capitalize.
So we talk about the ebbs and flows of the college basketball game. Stony Brook at one point on an 11-0 blitz. They have now missed 4 consecutive shots, failed to score in the last 2.5 minutes. Clark to the bench, sophomore Toby Onyekon runs the point. This is Mito, little bully ball, the fancy footwork. And he finds the fruits of his labor. Another good first half for the big fella.
And Mito has tremendous footwork. Early on in the season, really wasn't looking to take it to the basket, to be aggressive. He was very sort of coming into trying to fit in early on, and he has taken over games as of late.
Just about halfway through half number one. 7-point lead for Stony Brook. Cross-court feed lands in the corner for Snowdy. First touches for Jared Fry from the parking lot, left it short.
And Fry, a sensational shooter. That time a little hesitant. I'd like to have seen him shoot it the first time he touched it, not after the pump fake. Brown may have gotten away with a travel there.
Cooley to the interior, the iron unkind to the road team.
And that's been a problem for Brown. They get to the basket. They miss a whole host of bunnies, looks around the basket. If they're going to really compete in the Ivy League, they're going to need to finish those at a better clip.
Fry this time just inside the three-point arc, leaves it short. Just 6 points in the loss against Michigan State for the sophomore Jared Fry, 2 of 10 from the field in that game.
He had shot the ball extremely well during that stretch. That Stony Brook was on fire from beyond the arc. In that 4-game stretch, they shot 49 for 105 for 46%.
Felix Kloman, it's a big triple for Brown. Mike Martin's group needed it, just their second from distance in this first half on 7 tries.
And Kloman can shoot the basketball. That's his 16th three-pointer on the season. He had 8 last year against Stony Brook. So we know he can shoot the rock.
Little chip on Kloman's shoulder coming off the bench today, typically in Mike Martin's starting 5. So a mini 7-4 Brown run, taking a bite out of the Stony Brook advantage. Shot clock at 2, gotta be Knoll. Dean flips it up, Dean puts it in. The Dean delivers again. Just how Gino Ford drew it up.
Channeling his Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the sky hook. What a shot by Dean Knoll.
Oh, the 3-ball has not been working. He gets it from close quarters. 3-ball is working, though, for the Bears. It's back-to-back triples, this one from Aaron Cooley.
A much improved shooter, really known as a slasher, really athletic, can attack the basket, shooting the ball much better this season. That's his 12th three-pointer of the campaign.
So back to a 1-possession game here at Island Federal Arena. Onyekon off the fake. 4 feet out, floater no go. Cooley brings in the board. Anya surveys his options, front court left, the handoff here for Kimo Ferrari. Probing, kicking, Owusu Anane, head of steam. And the contact drawn by the big fella. It's a foul on Stony Brook. Just the 3rd foul of the contest. Comes 12 and a half minutes into the first half. We step aside again here on FloHoops. Stony Brook leading by 3.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I'm here to talk about Island Federal's cashback checking.
And I'm Bob from National Big Bank, here to talk about our free checking.
What's that?
Well, it's free as long as you adhere to our terms and conditions.
Oh my, and if you don't?
We remind you with a convenience fee.
Doesn't sound very convenient.
No, it's not.
Well, Island Federal is home to the cashback checking account. Cashback every time you use your debit card. No minimum balance, no monthly fees. Island Federal, you can bank on the power of if.
Stay where you play at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Check it out.
7:30 to play in the opening half. Stony Brook taking on Brown, 10th time in program history. He's Rob Pavanelli. I'm Johnny Wincott. 3-point cushion for Gino Ford's group. Dean Knoll only has 2 points in this game. They may end up being the 2 most impressive points in this game.
Absolutely, and you certainly could see that on Sports Center tonight. Top 10, the beautiful sky hook by Dean Knoll. Very creative score in the paint.
Well, he has not been his usual self from distance. 2 of his last 14 from 3. Has been a 3-point specialist at times for Stony Brook. So if it ain't working from deep, I guess get it to close quarters.
Yeah, he's still not 100%, Johnny, coming off the ACL injury last season. You see he still wears the heavy brace. Not as quick, doesn't have that elevation that he normally has on a jump shot. Really smart player, knows how to get his shot off, and he's been such a key to the success this season for Stony Brook.
He will take a seat on Gino Ford's bench for the moment. Again, 7:30 remaining in this first half. Lilly to trigger. He will lob it. Owusu Anane couldn't catch cleanly. Clark emerges. Aaron looks to go 94 feet, couldn't finish. Good transition defense by Owusu Anane. Back the other way, it's Ferrari. Can't finish ahead of the pack. But their 3rd foul on Stony Brook in this first half. And only the 4th of the first half overall.
Well, Stony Brook's a team that does not foul a lot. They play really good, smart defense. Good transition basketball here by Brown. The foul there, I believe, was on Tyler Stevenson Moore. And Aaron Clark, talking to Ed Corbett, he said, if you're going to call it down on this end, I would have loved to have had a call down on the other end as he went to the basket. He's going to make his way all the way around, is Aaron Clark. Now he's talking to Phil Salucio. Hey, I got hit on that one as well. I would have loved to have seen Clark not go to the reverse. Try and lean your body in and finish with his natural left hand there. And he turned that into a pretty tough shot. Obviously, he was being chased down by some pretty good defenders.
So Kimo Ferrari, who had entered the contest 4 of 10 from the charity stripe, makes it an easy 2. Those are the first free throws of today's game. We knew something would have to give, right? Stony Brook doesn't foul very often, but Brown does get to the free throw line often.
Absolutely. A good matchup up top here. Ferrari, a terrific defender, facing off against Aaron Clark.
So now we're on a mini Bears blitz here at 12-4. Anya Cone can't take a bite out of it. Fitzmaurice pops it in the air to Anya. Opportunity for Brown to grab the lead back. Lilly looks to give it to him, and does. Keno Lilly lights the lamp for the first time today. And Brown's leading scorer, averaging 19.5 per game, has given Mike Martin's group the lead.
Brown on a 15-4 run, finding their rhythm offensively. Stony Brook has struggled on the offensive end of late.
The Brown Bears team, they took a trip south to the Bahamas over that Thanksgiving break. Fitzmaurice to throw down. And an emphatic way to tie the game comes courtesy of the Stanford transfer.
A beautiful delivery there on the pick and roll by Tyler Stevenson Moore. And now we have our first tie of the ball game since 0-0.
I was going to note the Bears went 1-2 down at the Bahamas. Nobody in the 3-game stretch scored more than Keno Lilly Jr.
Who else was in the Bahamas for that entire weekend? I believe my partner was down there for quite some time. Called about, what, a dozen games?
You wouldn't know by my skin color on the way back. Deep triple. Clark left it short. Anya gets up to bring it in. Now the lone win for the Bears, a 10-point victory in overtime against the University of Kansas City. 93-83 score. A.J. Lesbert unloaded for 20 in that game.
As he misses the jumper from the corner.
Out of bounds. Salustio agrees with Lesbert Jr. It's going to stay with Brown.
Yeah, look at a beautiful pick and roll here. Great execution. And Fitzmaurice knows what to do with it when he gets it down there. I mean, that was to perfection. Great job by Tyler Stevenson Moore going tight on the screen. Fitzmaurice opened up like a gate, put his hand out, the bounce pass where only Fitzmaurice could catch it, and he finished. Textbook.
You did the same thing when you got the ball in the post at Merrimack, right?
I was the passer.
Lilly Jr., he's the scorer. And he gives the lead right back to the Brown Bears. First team All-Ivy is Keno Lilly Jr. 2 years ago in his freshman campaign, the Rookie of the Year in the Ivy.
Yeah, he's got a chance to be, or he is one of the all-time greats here, Brown. What a sensational scorer, leader, defender.
Fitzmaurice has the height advantage over Lewis, and he takes advantage. A bevy of friendly rolls on the right side of the ring today for Stony Brook here at Island Federal Arena. And we are tied again, fewer than 5 minutes to play in the opening half.
And Fitzmaurice perfect from the field tonight.
9 early points for the 7-footer. Lilly Jr. looking to heat up, but he's got Stevenson Moore against him, so Kimo Ferrari steps up. As we noted earlier, he is in 6th gear. Ferrari pushes Brown to a 3-point lead.
And the senior out of San Diego, California. We talked about his defensive prowess. He can really shoot the rock.
Unconventional, yet effective for Andre Snoddy. This will be Stony Brook's first free throws in the opening half.
Phil Salucio and Mike Evans converged on that one to make sure that Snoddy was on his way up, and they agreed, and Snoddy will head to the free throw line.
A very familiar 3-man crew today at IFA. Phil Salucio Jr., Ed Corbett Jr., and Mike Evans.
A terrific crew, as you mentioned, and not just familiar, but they are really talented. They do a great job of allowing the game to be played. They don't want to take over games. They let the players take over the game, and that's the most you can ask for an official.
Well, Snoddy has not been to the free throw line often this season. Only 14 attempts, but he has hit 11 of them.
A transfer out of Central Connecticut State, the local product out of Melville, Long Island.
So the Bears have played a little hot and cold in this first half. Hit an early rut. Stony Brook had a big-time run. Now Mike Martin's group has hit 5 out of the last 6. Anya makes it 6 out of the last 7 with some contact from Fitzmaurice.
Real strong move there by Anya. Absorbed the contact from Fitzmaurice and was able to finish through it.
17 points, 8 rebounds in that big come-from-behind victory against Siena last week. Again, they were down 22 points, 15 at halftime. Stevenson Moore, no answer on the rare air ball. 3:40 to play, first half. We'll finish up our first 20 on the other side. Brown over Stony Brook. It's a tight one, 29-25.
It's time for the Island Federal Break the Bank contest. Each game a contestant has 30 seconds to hit a layup, free throw, three-pointer, and half-court shot to win a cash prize. If no one wins this game, Island Federal will have $50 until someone gets it. Tonight's jackpot is $2,000.
Fitzmagic.
Contestant is Luke. All right, Luke, ready, set, go. He has the layup. Come on, fans, let's hear it for him. He has a free throw. Great job, Luke. Thank you to Island Federal for tonight's Break the Bank contest. Stony Brook would like to welcome the following groups to tonight's game. St. Philip and James School. 6th grade section, Eli Good Shepherd. We would like to wish a happy 10th birthday to Morgan. And a happy birthday to Marshall Winner.
Keenan Fitzmaurice continues to shine in his 6th season of college basketball. 29-25 your score. Brown over Stony Brook. 5 consecutive games in double figures. Well on his way again tonight.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned, he started the last 5 games. Stony Brook has won 3 out of 4. Another start tonight, looking for a W. Played extremely well against Stonehill. When Snoddy went down, Gino Ford put Keenan Fitzmaurice into the starting lineup, and Stony Brook has certainly played a different game. He has been sensational all season long, but especially in his last 5 games.
Mike Martin's group has hit their last 3 shots from the field, aiding the cause in their 4-point advantage. Lesbert passed up on the 3, revolves around to the near side for Cooley. Coming off the bench today, Cooley, great feed, and Landon Lewis does the rest. Great facilitation by Aaron Cooley. And the Bears' advantage climbs to 6.
We mentioned this is a very athletic front court for Brown, and they're showing it off.
Inside-out basketball for Stony Brook. Quiet first half for Fry. Great feed down low. The answer. It's a chance at 3 for TSM.
Brown with some beautiful basketball on one end, and Stony Brook with the answer on the other end. Fry, a sensational delivery inside, and Tyler Stevenson more. Let's watch this pass again. Fry gets inside, the bounce pass, too late on the rotation by Lesbert, and Tyler Stevenson Moore will head to the line with a chance to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play.
We noted 11-point win for Brown over Stony Brook last year when these teams got together mid-November. Stevenson Moore led the way with 20 and 7. 46 out of the 64 in that game for Brown, kind of provided by their quote-unquote big 3, as Lilly did have a foot just over the midcourt stripe.
And Lilly led Brown last year against Stony Brook with 19. Has been a little bit slow this evening, only has 5. 2 for 6 from the floor. We mentioned Stony Brook was going to pay a lot of attention to him on the offensive end of the floor. Nice cleanup work there by Ed Corpa Jr.
Yeah, what do you think he found?
Not sure.
Clay didn't seem too valuable.
Looked like a piece of paper, probably.
So Stony Brook takes over, 6th first half turnover on the Brown Bears. Stevenson Moore locates Fitzmaurice. Again, has that height advantage over Landon Lewis. Turning, shooting, rattles in and out. Good look with the left hand from the 7-footer.
Good box out there by Anya.
Still a 1-possession lead for the Bears. Anya hands off Cooley. Penetrates to the free throw line. Plenty of time to work with here for Brown. 15 on the timer. It's off for Ferrari in the corner. Tunnels under the bucket. Lewis corrals, now 10 on the timer. Brown team shooting 50% in this first half. Good looks, rejected. He is axed by Andre, second Snody rejection. Snody the trailer. Again, it's Fitzmaurice. Cross-court Fry. Good closeout by Ferrari. Good active hands here by Mike Martin's defense. Stony Brook not finding any of the lanes. 9 to shoot with. Quick trigger, Jared Fry puts it down. It's a deep Fry for Jared. And we are tied for the 3rd time in the first half.
I saw what you did there. Very nice, Johnny. Great defense there by Brown, but better offense there by Jared Fry, knocking down the long triple.
Anya is contacted on the way up by Snody, who thought maybe had his 3rd rejection. He'll settle for 2 at the moment. Final 83 seconds here in the first half.
And Anya will head to the free throw line. Under 50% from the charity stripe. That's a good foul there by Snody.
So again, the game of runs continues. 6-0 now in favor of Stony Brook. And Kaluan, who does get to the free throw line often, just doesn't convert very often. 48% from the stripe. Anya into the elements here on Long Island. Will get the roll on the 2nd attempt. So Brown goes in front yet again, 32-31 your score, as we near the final minute of the first half. First time the Bears have visited Long Island's North Shore since 2019. Stony Brook the winners in that game. Fitzmaurice is trying to show off some range. Here comes Ferrari.
Did not like that shot selection there by Fitzmaurice. Certainly could have gotten a better look even later in on a shot clock.
Bears have hit 4 out of the last 5 from the field. None of them from Lilly. This one, also not from Lilly. Anya, the second chance, puts it down. If it's not Kalu Anya down low, it's Nana Owusu Nane. And two tough guys to guard at the blocks for Stony Brook. Gino Ford wants a timeout.
And again, he probably didn't like what he saw on that defensive end and on the offensive end. Quick shot by Fitzmaurice, and on the other end, no box out, and Anya with the putback.
So 44 ticks remaining in this opening half. 34-31 Brown over Stony Brook. We expected a close game today, but in 7 out of the 9 games they've played historically, decided by more than double digits, or more than 10.
More than 10. We've got a close game so far. Stony Brook is getting out-rebounded on the glass, 23-12, and that has been the biggest difference in this game so far. We talked about the importance of Stony Brook boxing out, making Brown one and done. They have not been able to do so. And on that possession, Anya with the putback to extend it to a 3-point Brown lead.
Stony Brook offense has not committed a turnover. Stony Brook defense has forced 6 turnovers. They're losing the game by 3.
Well, again, it's the rebounding right there. They're not shooting the ball extremely well either from beyond the arc. Stony Brook only 3 for 11. Gino Ford with a quick timeout. I like that timeout. Regroup. You got 44 seconds left. You can really organize a couple of offensive possessions and a defensive possession.
So Jared Fry to trigger for Stony Brook. About a 14-second difference between game and shot clock. SBU swiftly through the press in 5 seconds, safely into the hands of their point guard, Aaron Clark. Been sort of a new wrinkle for Stony Brook, having Clark back in the lineup, first time here at home since November the 20th. The captain, TSM, funnels to the corner for Fry. Stops on a dime, turns, shoots, can't hit, ball batted up in the air, corralled by Fry. Shot clock turned off. And it means nothing for Keenan Fitzmaurice. It's another 7-foot flush in a 1-point game. And a timeout taken by Brown. Mike Martin, TJ Sorrentine going to draw something up here with 8.1.
Another sensational delivery by Fry. He missed the first shot. Good tip out by Fitzmaurice. Fry, the beautiful bounce pass, and Fitzmaurice with the finish. I was about to say pull it out and hold for one there, but Fry saw a little bit of daylight and found the big fella.
So with the emphatic jam, Keenan Fitzmaurice now makes it 6 consecutive games with at least 10 points. Again, you spoke about it earlier. He was an off-the-bench player for Stony Brook to start this season. Played his way into the starting lineup. Some injuries, of course, but tough to take him out the way he's played this year.
Well, I think Gino Ford was just tinkering with the starting lineups. Keenan Fitzmaurice started almost the entire season last year with the addition of Chris Mido and Andre Snody. You know, Gino was looking for a different type of lineup. Snody went down, Fitzmaurice started, and he's been playing sensational. And I can guarantee you he ain't coming out of the starting lineup for the rest of the year.
Not only has Fitzmaurice been scoring, obviously we noted 6 consecutive games in double figures. 5 consecutive games, he's grabbed at least 5 rebounds.
And he's so active on the defensive end. 8 seconds left to go and a half.
Ferrari controls, they're going to look to get Lilly sprung. Got it in the corner, 2 on the timer. Lilly from the baseline, rattles in and out. Not a good look, but it almost went for Brown's leading scorer. And it's a 1-point lead for Brown at the half.
You got to give Gino Ford a lot of credit there on that last possession. Substitute a real good defender, Toby Onyekon, draped all over Lilly, making that a tough shot.
Stick with us. Halftime at Island Federal Arena starts next. We've got plenty coming up. It starts with Stony Brook's Media Group Halftime Report. We'll get you stats and highlights, brought to you by Block Chiropractic Physical Therapy. And we'll get you set for half number 2. Brown 34, Stony Brook 33. It's a good one on Long Island.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the court featuring CYO's Good Shepherd 6th grade basketball team for tonight's at-night scrimmage.
Yo, Chris wants to talk to you in the back. Chris.
What's that? My next generation. Is it really? How's he doing? Jack's doing well. Please do my best, all right? I will. You been good? Waving at you up there.
Dedication and courage. CAA champions live on the court, on the pitch, on the track, on the field, and in the pool. CAA champions live on FloSports.
My biggest fear was losing my life, and I am a 3-time cancer survivor. They cured me. I didn't think it was possible when I heard what I had, lung cancer. You want to hold on to every second and spend more time with your family. And I'm living the way I should be living, not worrying about going for treatment because it's cured. And I'll be grateful for New York Cancer for that for the rest of my life.
There are jobs, and then there are careers. Build your future at Riverhead Building Supply, a family-owned company in business for over 70 years. Riverhead Building Supply has openings in all areas, from seasonal jobs to full-time careers. We need CDL drivers, yardmen, salespeople, and purchasing and IT support. Join a booming industry. Apply now at rbscorp.com/careers.
At Stony Brook Children's Hospital, we are the only children's hospital in Suffolk County, so Jenna is ready for adventures. We are Long Island's highest level trauma center staffed with pediatric specialists at the ready, so Joey can get a best time. Our NICU is focused on nurturing the growth of premature infants, so Madison cruises to her milestones. Working together to keep your children strong, we are Stony Brook Medicine. All we do is all for you.
What a year it's been at Stony Brook University, unleashing our goals and exceeding expectations. Stony Brook is now ranked number 1 among public universities in New York, 26th among public universities, and 58th among national universities, our highest rankings ever from U.S. News and World Report. There's no stopping us now. Watch what we do next.
This is where everything starts. It's a place of new beginnings, new opportunities, and a new identity. We are the Coastal Athletic Association, and from the beaches to the city streets, we are united to succeed at an elite level, in competition, in our communities, in our lives. This is the tide that lifts us, the fire that burns inside all of us. This is our moment, our new chapter. We are the CAA, and we are united in excellence.
There are a sea of changes in the world of college football, but how is it going to affect our Seawolves? To tell us more about the recent changes is Stony Brook Athletics Director Sean Hellebron. Sean, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Danielle. It's great to see you.
Thanks so much for joining us. So tell us a little bit about what the Big Five is.
Well, this is really a culmination of years of conference realignment and shifting membership. So, you know, the ACC, SEC, Pac-12, Big 12, and Big 10 are really the power brokers in college athletics at the FBS level. So they have been, you know, the large schools that have kind of controlled the media entities. So I think what we're seeing now is some shifting, certainly, of the Power 5 landscape, and you know, it's an interesting time, certainly for those schools. And you know, I was at UCLA and Oregon State for a total of 8 years in the Pac-12, and to see that conference really now down to 4 teams as of today, it's tough to see, but it's it's where college athletics is shifting, and it's really driven by football.
Yeah, for sure. And what do all these changes mean for Stony Brook athletics?
Well, I think everything has a domino effect. So really it all started when Texas and Oklahoma announced their departure for the SEC. And I think everyone started to look at their position within their own conference. And we did the same thing. We had the opportunity to become a member of the CAA, and it was the right move for us. Certainly when we were moving to the CAA, James Madison, who was a member of the CAA, moved up to the Sun Belt Conference. So there is a shifting landscape. So one move with Oklahoma and Texas, it does have certainly a cascading effect. But everybody is just trying to figure out for their own school where they're best positioned, and at Stony Brook, it's no different. And so our move was literally based on the same factors that Texas and Oklahoma made their decision on.
For sure. And what do you think that, or how do you think that this is going to affect Stony Brook, football or women's soccer? And who do you think our biggest competitor is, coming up this fall?
Yeah, I think it's an exciting time. We were in, the America East Conference for many years, and our football program was competing in the CAA with football. So I think now we're all of our teams are in the CAA together, and it's exciting because now we can establish some new rivalries with, certainly Hofstra being just down the road is going to be one of those, Delaware, Towson. But I think at the same time, we're looking to the future. We're looking at how do we best position Stony Brook athletics for now, but also down the road. So I think being in the CAA helps us do that because the shifting landscape certainly will not stop. So we always want to be in a position of strength and be associated with schools that we feel are on the same level as we are.
For sure. Thanks so much, Sean, for joining us today.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Great talking to you.
All right. We're going to send it back to you at Laval Stadium for the first half stats and analysis right after this. Stay with us.
What a year it's been at Stony Brook University. Selected as the anchor institution of the New York Climate Exchange. Recognized for innovation and excellence, home to today and tomorrow's research pioneers and world-renowned breakthrough prize winners, chosen by the best and brightest students from around the world to fuel their passions and dreams. There's no stopping us now. Watch what we do next.
Halftime at Island Federal Arena rolls on, a 1-point advantage for the Brown Bears, 34-33. The winner each of the last 4 times these teams have met have been the home team. We peer through some of the numbers in the opening 20 minutes, presented by Black Chiropractic. What sticks out to you, Coach Rob Pavanelli?
Well, 2 big ones right there. Stony Brook only 3 for 11 from beyond the arc. We said they had to shoot the ball well from beyond the arc if they're going to get the W, and obviously the rebounding. They've been out-rebounded 23-14 in the first half. That is a really bad sign for the Seawolves.
We saw some high-flying acrobatic plays in the first 20 minutes. We rolled the tape on what was an active first half between Brown and Stony Brook.
I'm not exactly sure this first one is going to be a acrobatic highlight, but Dean Knoll was sensational with this little sky hook that he had early on. Having a little technical difficulty. We'll get to the highlights, and here they are. Watch this hook shot by Dean Knoll late in the shot clock. Got Stony Brook going. Stony Brook was doing well on the offensive end. Brown tightened up defensively. Great block and defense by Aaron Cooley and Landon Lewis. And they're getting it done on the other end of the floor. Watch this beautiful little pick and roll pass. Cooley to Lewis for the finish. And Brown got hot midway through that first half. Stony Brook did not shoot the ball well from beyond the arc that time. Jared Fry from downtown knocks it down for Stony Brook. Some good offense here on the offensive glass. Anya with another rebound and putback. And Brown has dominated the boards. Dominating the boards here. Fitzmaurice tips it out. Watch this delivery by Fry. Gets to the gap. A little momentum heading into halftime for Stony Brook.
And on cue, that man, Keenan Fitzmaurice, our Jake's 58 player of the half. That'll happen when you're the only player in double figures. He has 11 on 5 of 7 shooting. 6th consecutive game he's been in double figures.
Very good first half by Keenan Fitzmaurice. And we didn't see any highlights. I tell you what, Kimo Ferrari played very well for Brown in the first half. 2 3-pointers, 6 rebounds. He leads the Bears with 8 points.
1-point game, final game of the 2023 portion of the season. Second half coming up next right here on FloHoops.
Can I see what your thing looks like? If I do that, does that make life worse for you? No?
No, it's fine.
All right.
Why, was that a problem?
No, I'm just thinking it might help a little bit with the volume stuff. You'll see if we get back to talking and you think it's like low or whatever, then. 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6. Test test 1 2 1 2 3. That's what I feel.
More out of Tyler Stevenson more right now.
We get you set for the start of half number 2 here at Island Federal Arena. Brown Bears 34, Stony Brook Seawolves 33, as we close out the 2023 portion of the college basketball season. Glad you're with us once more. He's Rob Pavanelli. I'm Johnny Wincott. When these teams get together, usually tight matchups, but we noted 64-53 the final last year in favor of Brown. Quite simply, the home team has been pretty darn good in this series of play.
They have been. Stony Brook's just been okay today, though. You see the last meeting, Stony Brook led at the half, but Lily Anya and Wosu Ane had 46 out of the 64. You see the terrific performance by Tyler Stevenson Moore. Stony Brook is going to need TSM to step up in the second half if they're going to come back and get the W.
And so halftime leads don't mean much for Mike Martin's group. We just saw they trailed by 1 last year when these teams met. They trailed by 15 last week against Siena before completing that 22-point comeback. Again, that game, no ties, only 2 lead changes. As we peer through what's gone on this season for Mike Martin's group, they've won 2 out of their last 3 after only winning 2 out of their first 10.
And Keno Lilly just took over in that game against Siena. I think he scored 11 points in about a minute and a half to give Brown the lead and to close that out, hit a couple of triples. And this is a team that can score some points. You know, 0 ties, 2 lead changes. He had 24 of his 20 points and 26 points in the second half, and a tremendous come-from-behind victory for Mike Martin's team. And we spoke to him before the game, and he said, we're still kind of finding our rhythm. We've got a lot of talent coming back. 4 out of our 5 starters coming back. We're predicted to come in 4th in the Ivy League, in a very good Ivy League. We just have to be a little bit better offensively, and they have been pretty good tonight, getting contributions from all over.
And to be fair to both of these teams, pretty tough schedules to start the season. Stony Brook 2-5 through their first 7 games, 4-1 over the last 5.
Yeah, and Brown lost to USC, lost to Delaware, lost to Providence, and we talked about that, a big win on the road against Rhode Island.
Well, we told you Keno Lilly, 24 of the 26 in the second half. He had 5 in the first half today, and looked like a timing issue here, just 8 seconds into half number 2. Pav, you hacked the mainframe during halftime?
I may have.
Guimo Ferrari will patiently wait for Phil Salustio Jr. to hand him the rock. Ferrari, the co-president of Brown's Student Athlete Advisory Committee, goes to a lot of Brown sporting events. That's what that means. Already 15 seconds gone by on Mike Martin's group. Anya does get the cross-court feed to Ferrari. Clark had a hand in there. Inside out, Anya can't stick the three. It's off the top of the backboard. Brown aided by the three-point ball in the first half, 5 of 11 from distance. Team hits about 7 three-pointers per game, but they like to get to the free throw line. Stony Brook doesn't send many teams to the free throw line.
Stony Brook very sound fundamentally. We talked about that athletic front line, and Brown gets to the basket. Lilly Jr. gets to the basket extremely well, so they do get to the charity stripe.
Aaron Clark. That's just a 4 3-point make for Stony Brook. Second one for Aaron Clark. He has 6.
And in that 4-game winning streak, they had 9 3-pointers against Army, 11 against Norfolk State, 16 against Bryant, and 13 against Stonehill. So it has been a huge part of the Stony Brook offense.
This time Aaron Clark doing his part on the defensive end, brings in the rebound. 2-point Stony Brook lead. We went back and forth a bevy of times in that first half. Dean Knoll without a 3, just the impressive 2. Speaking of impressive 2s, it's 12 and 13 for Keenan Fitzmaurice.
And Fitzmaurice turns over each shoulder equally well. He can hit that little jump hook with the left hand, the right hand. Very tough to defend inside.
First 5 points here in the second half, go to Gino Ford's group. We have had 3 ties, 3 lead changes as Keno Lilly operates in the interior. 7 points for Brown's leading scorer, and back to a 1-bucket game.
Great touch around the basket in the lane, that time over the outstretched hands of the 7-footer Keenan Fitzmaurice.
Well, Mike Martin told us quite simply, makes the hard plays look a lot easier.
They're so quick, so explosive.
Clark meanders into the lane, kick out Stevenson Moore, 3-pointer won't go. And the foul is on Keenan Fitzmaurice. Phil Salustio Jr. all over it. He had Keenan over the back. First foul on Stony Brook, 2+ minutes in.
And Brown doing a really nice job boxing out.
And we noted final non-conference game of the season for Gino Ford's group. January 4th into Boston. And they will take on Northeastern on national TV on CBS Sports Network. Brown still with one more non-conference game as Lilly cannot get the roll. Fitzmaurice helps provide the rebound to Aaron Clark. Now Brown bears a January 2nd date at home against Vermont. Great feed. And a minor mash off the Dean delivery. And Stony Brook a 7-2 push here to start half number 2. And nearly another steal for Dean Knoll. Would have been his conference leading 27th thief. Instead, it's the second foul on Stony Brook here in fewer than 3 minutes.
Good transition basketball here by Stony Brook. Knoll gets to the back. It's a beautiful layoff for Chris Maito, and he knows what to do with it when he gets it down there. Knoll on both ends. I thought that was pretty good defense by Knoll down there. Got his hands in the cookie jar. That was Knoll's 4th assist to the contest.
Well, Tyler Stevenson Moore not guarding Lilly at the moment. That job goes to Dean Knoll.
Not an easy assignment for Knoll. Still a little hampered with the leg, and Lilly lightning quick.
Nope. Keenan Fitzmaurice, he's been doing his thing on offense. How about limiting Owusu Anane? Just 2 points so far and 1 of 7 shooting. Aaron Clark from straight on. It's a triple. And an early timeout for Mike Martin and company. Stony Brook starts half number 2 on a 10-2 blitz.
Could not be a better start for the Seawolves, doing it on the defensive end and absolutely on fire on the offensive end. Aaron Clark with his second triple of the second half. Can we come back with Clark? Clark and the mark, whatever it is.
We're coming back with Clark. Okay.
7-point Stony Brook lead, 43-36 your score. They're off to a 10-2 blitz to start the second half. Some of it has come courtesy of Aaron Clark.
Absolutely. He can shoot with such range. Catches the ball here in transition, 3-4 feet beyond the arc, nothing but the bottom of the net. The first possession had the nice little move to knock down the triple. He's got 3 threes in the contest tonight.
So with Aaron Clark back in the lineup for Stony Brook, 3 players averaging in double figures, about 5 players entering this game averaging at least 9.3 points. Depending how things shake out, Stony Brook could very easily have 5 players averaging at least 10 points per game.
A very versatile offensive team. They can shoot the basketball. They can go inside. They don't beat you off the bounce much.
Aaron Cooley.
And Cooley has been on Sports Center top 10 with one of those dunks early on. That time beating him along the baseline with a fantastic finish.
A left-handed throwdown by Aaron Cooley. His dunking acrobatics got him on SportsCenter just last week. He was number 10 for a special delivery against Siena. Stony Brook looks for the response. Clark puts it between the legs. Jitterbugs past Lilly. Got it down. Not bad defense by Keno Lilly Jr., who did end up closing out on Clark, but it made no difference for the Sacred Heart transfer.
My goodness. As I mentioned early in the season, he gives me the Jalen Brunson vibe. The left-hander, he's so good off the bounce, can shoot the 3-ball, can get to the basket and finish with both hands. He has been sensational here in the second half.
Lilly Jr. cannot get into double figures, stuck on 7 points. So Kimo Ferrari remains the leading scorer for Mike Martin's group with 8. Clark, little heat check, poked into the corner and tracked down by Anya. Quick pace here for Brown. Ferrari dips to shoulder, locates Anya, steps inside, and blindly throws one toward Nador out of bounds.
Now Anya a little bit out of control.
15-11 remaining in the second half. Stony Brook maintaining a 7-point cushion over the Brown Bears.
Stony Brook Cancer Center, we don't just conduct clinical trials, we create them, all so Callie can keep trying new things. We are a multidisciplinary team, caring for you from every angle, so Jim can find just the right one. We develop highly individualized, leading-edge cancer treatments, so Sarah can follow her passions, using our strength to help you regain yours. We are Stony Brook Medicine. All we do is all for you. At Stony Brook Medicine, we pioneered a faster way to recover from joint surgery. So Greg barely missed a step. We have a level 1 trauma center, the highest in the region, so Frank can keep playing once upon a time. We are home to a nationally recognized diabetes center, so Anita never misses a celebration. Working together to make your life stronger. We are Stony Brook Medicine. All we do is all for you.
I think one of the things that makes it different to work here as a nurse or a nursing assistant is the teamwork that is out there amongst the staff.
We work together with one mission in common, and that's to take care of our veterans and their families.
If this is my small way of helping them back, my career as a nurse is rewarded.
The opportunities here for professional growth, our health insurance, salaries can't be compared in any other facility.
I've been here 11 years. I think it speaks for itself.
Please consider working at the Long Island State Veterans Home because we do make a difference in people's lives each and every day.
At Stony Brook Neurosciences Institute, we treat complex conditions involving the brain so Manny can keep creating new memories. We never stop innovating ways to treat neurological disorders so Sophie can get back to work. We propel cutting-edge epilepsy research forward so Cameron never has to look back. Tackling life-changing conditions to help you regain your strength. We are Stony Brook Medicine. All we do is all for you.
7-point Stony Brook lead, 45-38. Just over 15 minutes remaining in the second half here at Island Federal Arena. Brown trying to mount a little bit of a comeback. If Aaron Cooley has anything to say about it, it'd be a pretty nice comeback. He might find himself on SportsCenter for the second consecutive week.
Beautiful drive along the baseline. The junior out of Roxbury, Massachusetts, finishes with authority.
We noted Cooley may be playing with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. Did not start today for the first time this season. A little bit of a different starting five for Mike Martin's group, but he remains coolly calm and collected here against Stony Brook. Pivotal player for this Brown team.
No doubt about it. His athleticism, as he mentioned, he can shoot the basketballs, really improved his perimeter game. A nice slasher, rebounder, shot blocker. He's played very well tonight.
Averaging career high numbers in points and rebounds per game, 8.5 per game, and 5 boards per game. Stony Brook basketball underneath the right team. Jared Fry to trigger. He'll be joined by Stevenson, Moore, Clark, Mito, and Snowdy.
Great movie before your time, Cooley High, way back in the 70s.
Yeah, you lost me.
You'll have to look that one up.
Stony Brook winning this second half, 12-4. Went in with a 1-point lead. High arcing triple. Stevenson Moore can't put it down. Snowdy provides the rebound. Here comes TSM. It's a blocking foul and free throws for Stony Brook. Just their 4th and 5th of the game upcoming.
Great. Give all that credit, though, to Andre Snowdy. Doing a great job on the offensive glass, keeping it alive. Tyler Stevenson Moore misses the triple, but slashing in from the sidelines with a tough rebound in traffic. And I love how Tyler Stevenson Moore hung there a little bit, drew the contact, and he'll head to the free throw line.
So Stony Brook's captain, who as you noted in the first half, failed to reach 10 points at Michigan State. Now has 6 points in this game, had at least 10 in each of his first 9 games this season. 2 out of 2 for the usually sure-handed Tyler Stevenson Moore. The top free throw percentage in last year's Colonial, that would be this year's Coastal.
And it is impossible to keep track of who's in what conference anymore. I mean, I grew up where, you knew the Pac-10 was the Pac-10, the Big Ten was the Big Ten. Now, ever-changing by the day.
Brown's going to get bailed out here. Foul on the floor will be on Stony Brook. And that's the 3rd foul on Chris Mito, so he'll be replaced by Keenan Fitzmaurice.
What a luxury. You take out a terrific defender, and who's playing very well on the offensive end as well, and Chris Mito, and you have the luxury of bringing in a 7-footer in Keenan Fitzmaurice.
So Stony Brook still a +9 since the end of the first half. That 16-7 run. Owusu Anane, awkward looking floater. Big fella still can't get things going. Has 2 points on 1 of 8 shooting.
And we talk about averaging over 14 points a game, almost 9 rebounds a game. Stony Brook's done a nice job shutting them down today.
6 double-doubles this season, leads every Ivy player. Nearly a chance at 3 for Fitzmaurice. And the 7-footer will settle for 2 free throws.
And took Owusu Anane down low, worked them, some good defense, a little bit too aggressive though, and Fitzmaurice, a good free throw as well. He'll head to the free throw line, and that is the 3rd personal on Owusu Anane.
A rare free throw miss this season by Fitzmaurice, operating around 82%. Still only 2 players in double figures in this game, both of them wearing Stony Brook sweaters. Fitzmaurice with 13, Aaron Clark with 11. More changes for Gino Ford's group, trying to get some fresh legs here in the second half.
Stony Brook's done a really nice job on Keno Lilly, making him take tough shots, contesting any of the drives and three-pointers.
Largest lead of the contest for Stony Brook. They are into double digits, a 10-point cushion. What a Brown Bears team, plenty of talent, led by Keno Lilly. Have struggled sometimes for the secondary and the tertiary scoring, as Lilly's floater is left short. 7 points on 3 of 13 shooting for the leading scorer.
Yeah, Brown doesn't get enough offense in their transition game. They got to get out and run a little bit more, get some easy buckets. They work way too hard to score at times.
Sometimes tough to find points in transition when Stony Brook has not committed a turnover yet today. Aaron Clark finishes with the left hand. And the great game continues for Aaron Clark to 13 points in his return at Island Federal Arena.
We talked about his ability to finish at the run or rim with either hand. That time a beautiful swoop to the hoop with the left hand, but the answer on the other end by Keno Lilly.
38th three-point make of the season for Keno Lilly, top 25 in the country. Snody, one-on-one, all the way to the bucket. Beats a pair of defenders with some heavy contact from Anya. Now Snody defending against Anya. Here's the captain, Nader. Not a three-point shooter. Anya the O-board, and the putback won't go. Finally lassoed in by Toby Onyekon.
We mentioned that in the first half. Brown struggles with bunnies around the basket. Great work by Anya, grabbing the rebound, keeping it alive, giving a second opportunity, but misses the easy one.
Clark thinking about it. Clark takes it, left it short from the Stony Brook logo in near Nassau County.
That would have been a huge bucket for Stony Brook. Would have pushed the lead to 15, would have made it tough.
Seawolves have hit 5 out of the last 7 shots. Brown into a rut, shooting worse than 40% tonight. Lilly probing, shooting, left it short.
Good defense there by Onyekon. Tough shot there by Lilly Jr.
And Keno Lilly 1 of 5 from distance. You won't see him on the bench very often, though. Over 38 minutes per game, third most in the country. Fry probes in the corner, picks up his dribble. Back with Fry, front court right, 10 seconds to work with, and Jared Fry sinks it. From the sands of the North Shore, Jared Fry makes it a 15-point cushion for Stony Brook.
And I think Gino Ford is standing right next to him and says, shoot it, shoot it. And Fry delivers.
12-2 Stony Brook run. They've got their largest lead of the game now at 15. Jared Fry with TJ Sorrentine on the other sideline. Hits from the parking lot.
Absolutely. Look at the length, how far he shoots this one out right by the Stony Brook bench. And, you know, Gino Ford has described Jared Fry as one of the best shooters he has ever been around. He had a tremendous streak in the 3 victories against Stonewall Bryant and Norfolk State. 4 for 11, 5 for 8, 3 for 8. Jared Fry can change the game with his ability to shoot the basketball.
The same Jared Fry who only appeared in the season opener last year for Stony Brook. Suffered an injury, missed the final 32 games. His younger brother Peyton also on the roster. One of 22 sets of brothers playing on the same NCAA Division I team. Mike Martin's group looking for an answer here out of our under 12 media timeout. Lesbert bounces down low, looking for Lewis, didn't get there cleanly. Kimo Ferrari penetrates, kicks out for Lilly, steps in for the easier 2. It's down right in the face of Toby Onyekon. They will need Lilly Jr. to get another big second half at 24 of his 26 in half number 2 against Siena.
And he can score points in a hurry and in bunches. Only 6 foot, does really nice job elevating, and he brings the basketball way back beyond his head, so it makes his jump shot very hard to block.
Lewis, the takeaway, and 94 feet, almost had the and one. Good hustle by Toby Onyekon, no easy buckets. The Brown bench griping for some sort of intentional foul here. I don't think they're going to get it. We'll take another look at it.
Yeah, well, right there, that could have been. He grabbed the jersey. They may review this to see if that is a flagrant. He grabbed Onyekon, turned the basketball over, hustled back, knocked it away, but I think that could be a breakaway foul because he did grab the jersey before he knocked the ball away and got the foul inside on Lewis. Here, you'll see it right there as he grabs the jersey.
So as Mike Evans comes over to our broadcast setup, one of our 3 officials today, lets us know they're looking to see if it may be a flagrant one. So with Mike Evans here, that means Phil Solucio Jr. and Ed Corbett Jr. over there, and that officially makes this a Stony Brook Ophthalmology official review. Stony Brook Ophthalmology, the mission of the Department of Ophthalmology at Stony Brook University is to improve the vision and prevent blindness in those afflicted with eye diseases. We're going to do a quick trade here. Ed Corbett Jr. out, Mike Evans in.
And here you see it once again, the steal by Lewis and the grab of the jersey by Onyekon. Here it's just a regular foul, but they are looking for that flagrant one on the grab of the jersey, and I think they may get it.
By the way, for what it's worth, as we wait for this official review presented by Stony Brook Ophthalmology, that was the first turnover on Stony Brook tonight.
Well, that's pretty good basketball. When you can go an entire, 3/4 of the basketball game and only have 1 turnover, don't foul a lot. That's what Gino Ford's club do. They take care of the basketball. They get good shots. They defend. They're not going to turn you over a whole lot. They're going to play really good defense. And again, as usual, I am wrong. They are just calling that a common foul, and Landon Lewis will head to the free throw line. I thought that certainly, when you see that jersey come out the back there, they could have called it a flagrant one. They decided against it, and it'll just be 2 shots for Landon Lewis.
At least you are consistent.
Yep.
And maybe most importantly, self-aware.
Absolutely. Been married for 36 years. I've never been right.
First one is down for Landon Lewis, shooting into the elements here at Island Federal Arena. Takes a bite out of what was a 13-point lead for Stony Brook. Lewis, one of 6 Bears to appear in every game this season, but he's done it off the bench in each and every one.
Provided a spark, certainly on both ends of the floor in the first half.
Stony Brook still dominating here in half number 2, 22-9 your score. And still just 1 turnover on Stony Brook. They'll have 15 seconds on the timer.
Certainly close to their 2nd turnover. Good defense inside against Keenan Fitzmaurice.
27 of the 55 for Stony Brook, provided by either Keenan Fitzmaurice or Aaron Clark. Here is Fitz. 7-footer against the 6'7 Lewis. Kicks out for a Knoll triple. Rattles in and out. Snody will track down the rebound. New 20 seconds for Gino Ford's group. And with an 11-point lead nearing the halfway marker, time is on their side. Snody rejected by Anya. He is canceled out by Kalu. It's his second block and his 11th of the season.
I really like the game that Snody has played tonight. He's been aggressive on the offensive glass. He's got 8 rebounds in the contest. He's been aggressive. He's been getting after some loose balls. That time a terrific job. Fitzmaurice kicked it out to the corner, tipped it out, and Snody hustled it down. Nice move along the baseline, just better defense by Anya.
5 seconds for Stony Brook. Fitzmaurice, that patented pony won't fall. Another board for Kalu Anya, make it 7. Lilly steps into the deep triple. In and out, Lewis can't secure it. Aaron Clark's got it. 3-on-3, tips the shoulder, it's the trailer for Fry. Fakes the triple, penetrates Fitzmaurice. Manages to put it down. It's a chance at 3 for the 7-footer, Keenan Fitzmaurice.
Beautiful transition basketball by Stony Brook. Another perfect delivery by Fry, and Fitzmaurice just overpowers Ferrari inside. We could call that Fitz over Ferrari.
Is that a movie?
Yeah,
a couple years ago?
Ford versus Ferrari. Close enough.
Fitz versus Ferrari.
Close enough.
Oh, Fitz has performed like a Ferrari this year for Stony Brook. And a chance to climb back to a 14-point lead halfway through half number 2. Lilly left wide open for 3. It's good. Dean Knoll fell down to the corner.
Yeah, again, we talked about tough matchup for Knoll, chasing a lightning quick Lilly all over the floor. Good movement, good down screen by Brown, and Lilly gets a wide open look.
So Lilly finally into double figures. First Brown player with more than 10 points. Jared Fry probing, selecting Snody. Further to the corner by Clark. One-touch feed Fitzmaurice. Fading, misfiring. Last touch by Lesbert Jr. And now they change the call. And it's going with Brown. Gino Ford can't believe it right now.
Yeah, a little upset there. Ed Corbett said it went off of Andre Snody. Again, doing a good job going to the glass. Here, we'll take another look at it. Fitzmaurice with a little fadeaway. Snody, I really couldn't see that. It might have gone. That may have gone off of Lesbert. We need to slow that one down a lot for me.
Lilly, inside out, Lesbert Jr. Off the right side of the rim, good look for the sophomore.
Great box out there by Jared Fry.
Clark blows by Lesbert Jr. 15 points for Aaron Clark, and he's 6 of 12 from the field.
Beautiful move there by Clark, again with the left hand, his strong hand. Able to beat you off the bounce and finish.
Back to double digits for Stony Brook. Shot clock whittles down to 12 seconds. Mike Martin and TJ Sorrentine's group. Lilly tunnels under the bucket, takes the circuitous route. Can't split the D. Still 3 seconds on the shot clock. Fry emerges. Here comes Tyler Stevenson Moore. The captain throws down, and with 8:15 remaining in the second half, Stony Brook starting to feel it.
Great defense leading to a finish by Tyler Stevenson Moore. Fry with the defense, TSM with the finish.
And this time, Andre Snody with the foul. More free throws forthcoming for Landon Lewis. Another look at the previous sequence.
Swarming defense on Lilly as he dribbles all over the place. Look at the great defense, Tyler Stevenson Moore. The knockaway. Watch the delivery by Fry, and then TSM with a highlight windmill.
So that is the 4th facilitation by Fry in this game. Now matches Dean Knoll. It's a Stony Brook team that had 7 assists in 40 minutes against Michigan State. Fry and Knoll have 8 today, still with 8 minutes remaining.
And again, it's a very unselfish Stony Brook basketball team. They've got great chemistry. They've got good balance on the offensive end. They can beat you off the bounce. Clark can beat you off the bounce. You can finish inside with Mido and with Fitzmaurice, and you surround those bigs with some shooters. Gino Ford's got it going on so far this season.
Again, a Stony Brook team that for a large portion of the non-conference season was playing a top 15 schedule. First few games, Gino Ford had told us the 11th hardest schedule in the country. Stony Brook felt it, went 2-5 for those first 7 games. They sealed the deal tonight. They'll be 5-1 over the last 6, heading into conference play next week.
Yeah, they had a tough loss to Wagner. They were winning most of that game, lost by 1. That's the one I'm sure Gino Ford would love to have back. They lost to St. John's, lost to Nebraska and Duquesne on the road, lost to Yale on the road, and obviously lost to the Spartans in East Lansing.
More free throws forthcoming for Stony Brook. That'll be after the break for Aaron Clark. Stony Brook 61, Brown 42, final 7:42 when we return on Flow Sports.
At Stony Brook Heart Institute, our cardiac specialists treat the most complex heart conditions, so Michael can keep enjoying the simple things. Our outcomes are among the best in the nation, so Mary can keep her competitive edge. We perform innovative treatments and procedures, so Jack can keep planning new surprises. Using our strength to help you regain yours, we are Stony Brook Medicine. All we do is all for you.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I'm here to talk about Island Federal's cashback checking.
And I'm Bob from National Big Bank, here to talk about our free checking.
What's that?
Well, it's free as long as you adhere to our terms and conditions.
Oh my, and if you don't?
We remind you with a convenience fee.
Doesn't sound very convenient.
No, it's not.
Well, Island Federal is home to the cashback checking account. Cashback every time you use your debit card. No minimum balance, no monthly fees. Island Federal, you can bank on the power of if.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Stony Brook Seawolves 7 minutes and 42 seconds away from picking up their 5th win over the last 6 games. He's Rob Pavanelli, I'm Johnny Wincott. We do take a peek at Stony Brook's next contest. They'll start to count a little bit more in the year 2024. We get to CAA play Stony Brook on the road at Northeastern, a nationally televised game at CBS Sports Network, 7 p.m. Thursday.
And Bill Cohen's Huskies are very good. They gave Virginia all they could handle the other day, lost by 2, coming off a victory against Central Connecticut. They have Rhode Island tomorrow. That's a very good, talented, young basketball team up there in Boston, Mass.
Still another non-conference game for the Bears of Brown. Will come next year, though, against the University of Vermont. Stony Brook knows him well, competed for years in the America East. TJ Sorrentine, the associate head coach, knows him well. His number 11 hangs at Patrick Gymnasium.
And Vermont, the perennial winner year in and year out of that America East Conference. They have been sensational.
Well, Aaron Clark quickly re-endearing himself to the Island Federal Arena faithful. 16 points, and he's tied a career best with 5 rebounds. 4th time in his career, 1st time with Stony Brook.
Oh, he's been big time tonight for the Seawolves.
So again, Stony Brook was a +1 at a -1 at halftime. They were +15 in half number 2. And 7 of the 9 games between these two teams have been decided by double digits. Keno Lilly off the side of the backboard, still with just 14 points. He has hit 6 shots, he has missed 13.
Again, has the ultimate green light. He'll take some tough shots, but when he gets hot, he makes tough shots.
And Gino Ford's group has the 14-point cushion. They've only hit 6 3-pointers in this game. Jared Fry does not want to attempt for number 7. 2 on the timer. Floater down for Fry. Well, this time the rare not so deep Fry, but Jared gets it from inside the arc.
Tough shot, good footwork there by Fry and the finish in the lane.
Now 8 points for the sophomore from Ohio. Told you, a Stony Brook team that maybe within a week could have 5 players in double figures as Owusu Anane hits from downtown. Just 1 of 8 from inside the arc. Now 1 of 2 from outside the arc.
Yeah, and we mentioned he had a terrific game against Stony Brook last year. 16 points, 9 rebounds against the Seawolves in their victory. He has been relatively quiet this evening.
Noted earlier, Nana has 6 double-doubles on the season, leads all Ivy players. TSM, the fader, no go on the roll. In those 6 games, Brown 0-6.
Surprisingly, right? That's a stat that you just shake your head at.
Final 6 minutes here on Long Island's North Shore. Down goes Mino. Cooley passed up on the open triple. Fry hits the deck, we play on, and now Cooley cans the triple. 10-point game. Aaron Cooley is into double figures. He has not missed tonight, 4 of 4.
Big possession here for Stony Brook. They need to end this run. Brown's starting to heat up a little bit.
It's a quick 6-0 blitz by Mike Martin's group. But after picking up points 8, 9, and 10, Cooley commits the foul.
And Cooley looking for a push-off on Fry. Cooley may have committed a little push-off on the other end when he ran into Fry and hit the step-back 3. So here we're going to see this again. Watch this move here. Good defense here by Fry. Good position. Maybe not enough contact there for the officials to call it. And Cooley hits the big shot.
Mino nearly the throwdown. Almost the Superman stuff. He corrals his board to the corner. Anya sticking on him. Nearly a turnover, and it is. Clark could not corral. And for just the 2nd time today, it is a Stony Brook Seawolves turnover.
I'm thinking, I know it was late in the shot clock. I was thinking maybe Gino Ford needed a timeout there as Mino was in trouble in the corner, and another turnover.
So the 6-0 run continues here for Brown. Looking for a little bit of a late blitz. Certainly had it in the second set of 20 minutes last week against Siena. Trailed by 15 at half and won by 4. That would have been a big triple by Lilly. Snowdy draws the double team. Works it back head of the key. Deep triple. Aaron Clark off to the right of the rim. Tracked down by Ferrari. Bears looking to push the pace. Ferrari tunnels to the bucket and scores. 0-60 goes Ferrari. 8-point game.
Brown looking to extend the pressure a little bit. This is what got him back in the game against Siena. Caused a lot of turnovers, and here we may have another one.
Bodies on the deck in the backcourt. Ferrari emerged. Wave off the bucket. Mike Martin incensed in front of his own bench at the moment. It'll be a foul on the floor on Stony Brook, and out of the chaos, it is the 6th foul on the Seawolves. Final one to give.
Stony Brook not doing a good job here against the pressure, trying to dribble through. Great hustle by Lilly, by Ferrari, by Clark, and it ends up a foul on the ground by Stony Brook, and Brown on an 8-0 run.
Seagulls fans, take a look at the video board for the Stony Brook imaging replay of the game. The replay of the game is brought to you by Stony Brook Imaging. Stony Brook Advanced Imaging Centers are staffed by the Southwest trained radiologists at Stony Brook University Hospital. They provide comprehensive meetings with walk-in appointments available from callback to residents. For more information, call 631-637-2600. Seagulls fans, it's time for the holiday free throw shooting contest. We are here with Blake. He will have 3 chances to hit at least 2 free throws. And Blake hits these 2 free throws, you'll be going home with a prize of Holiday Inn. All right, Mike, here comes the first shot. All right, guys, let's hear it for him. Blake goes for shot number 2. Just for fun, let's have him go one more time. Great try, Blake. Thank you, Holiday Inn.
Stony Brook Seawolves clinging to an 8-point advantage with 4:16 remaining. It is an 8-0 Brown Bears blitz as we get you our Ticket Smarter smart play of the game. Tyler Stevenson Morrow, captain, my captain, front and center.
Yeah, some really smart defense by Stony Brook, crowding Lilly, good hands, and then delivery by Jared Fry to TSN and the finish.
Our smart play of the game presented by Ticket Smarter. It's the best place to find tickets to the hottest sports, concerts, and live events near you. Visit ticketsmarter.com or download the app to secure your tickets now. Well, on a December 29th game for Stony Brook here at Island Federal Arena, apparently a hot ticket. This is a healthy crowd for the game that typically sandwiched between Christmas time and New Year's, right? The students are all at home. I don't think you'd ever know the difference.
No, you certainly got a lot of locals here coming out, enjoying a very good basketball game. Brown making a late run here, down 8. We mentioned that comeback win against Siena. They were down 22 in the second half. They caused 10 turnovers. Lilly caught fire, and they came away with the victory. Stony Brook looking to avoid that. That would be a second crushing loss for Stony Brook. We mentioned the loss against Wagner. They were up big and turned the ball over a bunch, and Wagner was able to come back with the victory.
Lilly threads the needle. Owusu Anane just a little too wild in the interior. Still just 1 3-point make, 1 2-point make for the usually sure-handed Nana Owusu Anane.
And again, another big possession by Stony Brook. They want to make this a 4-possession game.
Gino Ford's group has not scored in 3 minutes. Mido beeline to the bucket.
Big time move there by Mido, the spin move, and able to finish off glass.
Here comes Owusu Anane, rejected. Canceled out by Keenan. Still 15 on the timer. Take 2, Anya goes inside out again. Shot clock down to 10. Ferrari penetrates, kicks to the corner. Owusu Anane in and out. Rebound out, grabbed by Cooley. Now it's a new 20 for Mike Martin's group. We approach 3 minutes to play. Still on an 8-2 blitz. Tough 3 from Lilly. And it's 3 free throws for Keno Lilly, Brown's top scorer.
And Tyler Stevenson Moore tried to avoid the contact on Lilly, but got him, and Lilly will head to the free throw line. Stony Brook playing some stout defense inside. Keenan Fitzmaurice, a great rotation, and the block. Brown able to keep it alive.
Keno Lilly is 73% free throw shooter. Shooting into the Long Island Elements with 3:06 remaining in regulation. Down to single digits again. Lilly just 6 for 20 from the field in this game. He has managed 16 points though. Only 6 players in the country take more field goal attempts than Keno Lilly Jr.
He's taking 20 tonight, and he lets it fly.
So 3 points for the Bears. They do it with the clock stopped. As we near the 3-minute marker, full court pressure here from Brown. Stony Brook neutralizes. They're through in 5 seconds with Aaron Clark.
And against Wagner, Aaron Clark did not play. Your leader with the basketball, your point guard, was a big difference. He's just a calming influence on the offensive end.
Clark does not use the screen from Fitzmaurice. Tunnels in, kick out for a long two. Chris Mido can't put it down. Big rebound by Lilly Jr. Just a 7-point game, 2.5 minutes remaining. Lilly works around the screen from Owusu Anane. Clark recovers. Lilly floater, good off glass. A little kiss from Keno, and it is cash, a 5-point game.
What a tough move there by Lilly. Calm, cool, collected, using screens, using his body, and the kiss off glass.
Still one more foul to give for the Brown Bears. They've committed 5 here in the second half. Stony Brook at 7, no more to give. And Gino Ford will use one of his final 2 timeouts.
A good timeout there. They've struggled a little bit on the offensive end. Stony Brook and Gino Ford want to make sure that they get a good shot on this possession. Brown on a 13-2 run right now, and they are right back in the ballgame.
Well, maybe easier said than done. What has changed over the last 3 minutes for the Brown Bears in the midst of that 13-2 points?
Well, obviously they're playing much better defense. They're contesting a lot of shots. They're rebounding the basketball, and Lilly's able to, to have his way. I mean, if I was Mike Martin, I would say, hey, listen, start the game. We're down 15 to start every game. When we're down, they're playing with a different type of passion, different type of defense. They're being much more aggressive, getting to the basket. So, big difference right now for the Brown Bears.
Well, Stony Brook has thrived under Gino Ford, and even before Gino Ford here at Island Federal Arena. They're a 6-6 overall team. 5 of their wins this year have come here at IFA.
No, it's been a great, decade and a half in Stony Brook basketball. Obviously started by Steve Peichel, turned the program around, followed up by Jeff Bowles, now at Ohio, obviously. Peichel at Rutgers, and Gino Ford has carried over. Has had some bad luck, Gino Ford, last year with all of the injuries. The COVID year was really, really bad. And then obviously the when the Stony Brook changed conferences midway, they were banned from postseason play, and Gino Ford's club was very, very good that year.
Clark is stripped. Fitzmaurice couldn't recover, and it's a jump ball. The arrow does point in Stony Brook's direction, but the shot clock doesn't. Now it will. It's at 20. Nope, maybe it won't. Back down to 8. That's what we thought at first.
Exactly. Good job by the officials catching it.
All right, so fewer than 2 minutes remaining on the game clock. Fry, catch and shoot 2. Got nothing. May have been altered by the defense. Fry was looking for a foul.
And Brown with a chance to make it a one-possession game. No quitting these Brown Bears, that's for sure.
Stony Brook led by as many as 16. That was early here in the second half. Quick trigger 3. Off the mark from Lilly. Big rebound by Fry.
Fry's 6th rebound of the game, doing a terrific job.
Jared Fry, though, triple teamed, worked out of it. Couldn't be secured by Stevenson Moore. Chaotic sequence lives on. Lilly, wide open triple. Can't put it down. And Aaron Clark fouled immediately. It's the last one to give on Brown. And if it's on Owusu Anane, that's his 4th.
Let's hope Aaron Clark's okay. Caught a hand right across the face. May have caught his eye a little bit. Here you're going to see that once again. And Lilly just constant movement without the basketball. Gets a good look at it here. A big rebound there by Jared Fry.
So the immediate foul in the front court, rather the back court by Brown. And the 7th foul on the Bears means 1-1 for Stony Brook. Seawolves have gotten to the stripe 10 times tonight, 7 for 10. Bears, meanwhile, 10 of 11.
And I like that foul by Mike Martin's club. Immediately, as soon as Mido got the basketball, they fouled right away. Didn't want to get the basketball back into the hands of Fry, Clark, or Tyler Stevenson Moore. 3 terrific free throw shooters.
Stony Brook with 3 players in double figures. Mido's one of them, with 10 points and 5 rebounds. So a smart foul indeed by Mike Martin and company. Ball safely in the hands of Keno Lilly Jr. 70 seconds remaining here on Long Island's North Shore in a 5-point game. The lob, Anya catches, doubled. The feed to Owusu Anane, count it. A timely hoop and harm with 1:01 remaining. Just the third field goal make of the game for Owusu Anane, and a chance to add a third point.
Beautiful execution, set piece there by Brown. Anya got trapped underneath, the beautiful delivery to finish. And Brown has a chance to cut this to 2.
Owusu Anane looking to go to the bench here before the free throw, just needs a towel. They need the good grip here for a very important free throw. Owusu Anane, who was a 65% free throw shooter this season, has been to the charity stripe more than any Ivy League player this year.
This is not a very good free throw shooting Browns team, only shooting about 63% as a team.
Ball loose, last off of Stony Brook. And with 58.7 seconds remaining, the possession for the moment will live on for the Bears. We're going to go under the hood. Tough to tell with the naked eye.
No, especially from where we are.
And Ed Corbett Jr. just reinforcing to us over at our broadcast setup. We're sending 2 guys to the monitor.
Yeah, 58 seconds left to go in the game. You want to make sure you have this possession correct. It did look like it went off Stony Brook, but we'll get another look at it.
So Brown had the opportunity to complete the 3-point play. Now they could make it a 4 or potential 5-point play after the maybe offensive rebound. Let's see here.
That looked like it may have been off Tyler Stevenson more, I think. He may have been the last to touch it with his right hand. Let's take another quick look right there. Here it is. Super slow-mo. I mean, you can't tell from that angle if he's touching the basketball, but there are 2 Stony Brook players right there, Fry and Tyler Stevenson Moore. Cooley may have touched it and pushed it out that way. I don't think there's enough to overturn this.
Right, I was going to say, important to remember, the call on the floor is Brown Bears basketball. Need that conclusive video evidence to turn it back the other way. What we do know, it's a 15-2 run for Brown. A 7-0 run for Brown over the last 2 minutes. Stony Brook has not scored in 3 minutes.
And they've really been out of sync on the offensive end. Not gotten a lot of good looks, have been careless with the basketball a little bit. They were flowing offensively so well midway through the second half, and it has come to a screeching halt.
Per usual, all official reviews are presented by Stony Brook Ophthalmology. I will say they're taking a good long look at this one.
That was an outstanding job by our crew in the back. Slow-mo, instant replay, got it up close, and again, we couldn't even tell.
Chris Lizio, Haley Maltese, Spencer Evan Payton, touching all the right buttons in our Stony Brook studios. Maybe a time factor here as well for our 3 officials. Once they decide who is keeping the ball, every last 10th of a second will matter at this point in the ball game.
They're going to bring in Ed Corbett to take a look at it as well.
Mike Evans has had enough of the monitor at this point in the game.
Again, really, as you mentioned, really important call right here.
Stony Brook 64, Stony Brook 67, Brown 64. The Bears, though, playing their best basketball of the night at the right time. Brown had a 1-point lead at halftime. Stony Brook then took a 16-point advantage here in the second half. That has been whittled down to 3, courtesy of Mike Martin's group.
And it looks like we have a decision, and it is going to be Brown basketball.
And it appears as if the time will remain the same. 58.7 ticks on the game clock. And it'll be 20 seconds on the shot clock. Keno Lilly to trigger.
And there's going to be some long rebounds, especially if Lilly's firing up those threes. Stony Brook has to do a good job boxing out and securing this rebound, making Brown one and done.
Ferrari threads the needle to Anya. Tunnels under the bucket. Mido sticking with him. Still Anya. He goes up. He goes over. Straight up defense by Chris Mido. Jared Fry trying to navigate across midcourt. He will get bailed out. And a great job by Chris Mito once he got the basketball. Hot potato. Doesn't want to go to the free throw line.
Absolutely not, but he did his job. Tremendous defensive stand. He talked to Gino Ford prior to the game. This is Stony Brook. This is a Stony Brook organization or a program that had back-to-back America East Defensive Players of the Year in Jeff O'Cherry and Mo Gee. And Gino Ford feels that Chris Mito is every bit as good defensively as both of those guys, and it showed on that possession.
Another late free throw miss by Stony Brook. They go from 56% to 75%, Mito to Fry, but it's the same result. One possession game, 8 seconds between shot and game clock. Lilly can't deliver. It's an offensive rebound. Ferrari, this is Lilly. And with a 2-second difference between game and shot clock, Brown will use their final timeout.
And we just talked about it. Lilly with a long off-balance three, hit the front of the rim. Stony Brook does not do a good job boxing out, and Brown will get another opportunity.
So Stony Brook has not had many opportunities to score from the field over the last few minutes because of the free throw attempts, but they haven't hit those free throw attempts. 3 minutes and 30 seconds since Gino Ford's group scored.
Yeah, it's been a tough run right here for Stony Brook on the offensive end. Here you'll see the shot again, and great movement by Lilly, using screens. Ferrari delivers. That's a tough shot. Great defense by Tyler Stevenson Moore. Hits the front of the rim, and nobody there for Stony Brook to grab that rebound. We'll get another look at it here. Closeout by Tyler Stevenson Moore was terrific, and Anya just beat Clark to the ball.
So as it stands right now, 17.3 ticks on the game clock, 16 on the shot clock. And for all intents and purposes, Brown can hold for that final three-point tie take.
Man, they certainly could. I don't know if you can. You're down 3. You're going to need to take this shot because you need a second chance opportunity. If you miss and Stony Brook gets the rebound, you're going to have to foul. So I mean, they're going to probably run 5-6 seconds off the clock, try and find Lilly off one of those great down screens off the curl and have him knock it down.
In the same regard, 17.3 seconds feels like a lifetime in basketball. Maybe time enough for Brown to get a quick 2 and then foul Stony Brook.
Absolutely. I mean, they're going to take the 2 if they have it. But again, the way we've watched this last several possessions for Brown, they're going to try and find Lilly off a screen and have him tie this basketball game up.
Per usual, Keno Lilly Jr. will catalyze here from the near sideline. TSM defending. 17.3 seconds remain, 3-point game. Here's Owusu Anane. Handoff Lilly. Works around Fitzmaurice. Lilly Jr. deposits down low. Anya can't finish. Hacked in the act. But 2 free throws for Brown. And no matter what happens here, they can't take the lead at the charity stripe with 8.9 remaining.
A really good defense by Stony Brook. Tyler Stevenson Moore hounding Lilly everywhere he went. Good job hedging out by Fitzmaurice. Lilly sees a little bit of a lane, takes it to the basket, and Stony Brook very fortunate that Anya did not make that little bunny. Anya only a 48% free throw shooter. Banks are open here late on a Friday night on Long Island.
Well, we've been talking about some friendlier roles on the right side of Highland Federal Arena today. That would count as one. Anya shooting into the elements. 1 out of 2 for the underclassmen. And it's Stony Brook's basketball. Anya nearly tracked it down. They might go to the monitor here. Tyler Stevenson Moore had the body position.
And Mike Martin calling for the review. Stony Brook very fortunate. You know, every time you take a free throw, what does the coach yell? Box out, who's got shooter? Who's got shooter? Nobody boxed out Anya, almost chased it down in the corner. He knew it was off. He knew where it was going. As soon as he left his hands, it hit the side rim and he chased it down. I think it will remain Stony Brook basketball, but they're taking it out in the worst spot possible. Along the corner, not even on the baseline, on the sideline. Makes it a very tough empty pass.
So we'll count that as another official review. Stony Brook Ophthalmology getting their money's worth here in the second half. 7.86 remaining at the moment. That is if the time doesn't change. And again, the call on the floor, which is an important factor right now, is Stony Brook basketball.
I mean, if I'm Stony Brook, you want to do everything that you possibly can to get the ball into Tyler Stevenson-Moore's hands or Aaron Clark's hands. You're dependable ball handlers. You're dependable free throw shooters. Obviously, Brown is going to try to deny that. It is Stony Brook basketball, and they have not scored in 3 minutes and 35 seconds and allowed Brown back into this basketball game. 2-point game, 7.8 seconds left to go.
You figure Stony Brook may have to score at least once or twice more to seal the deal here at home.
Well, they certainly need to get inbound the basketball first. That's the most important thing right now.
You mentioned tough location for the trigger. It's Jared Fry. Bounces in Aaron Clark. Contacted almost immediately. Kimo Ferrari says, my bad, good sportsmanship there. 1 second comes off the clock. And now it's Aaron Clark's turn for a 1-and-1. Stony Brook had missed the front end of each of the last 2 attempts.
Stony Brook 7 for 12 tonight, 58%. They have this graduate student, Aaron Clark, who's been sensational tonight, 17 points.
You want the free throw numbers on the season, partner?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, 19 attempts. He has hit 15 of them. Clark is 2 of 2 tonight at the charity stripe.
Really needs the first one, obviously, to make it a 3-point game.
Again, an 8-0 blitz for Brown. It's gone over the last 3 minutes. And Gino Ford probably saying, finally.
And now that brings, depending on what he does on this free throw, brings a lot of strategy in for Stony Brook to foul. Up 4. That point is moot.
Keno Lilly brings it across midcourt with 3. 3-point attempt, no go. The ball game is over. For the 5th consecutive meeting between Stony Brook and Brown, the home team emerges victorious. And Gino Ford's group heads into conference play winners in 5 out of the last 6.
That was a really good basketball game. Johnny Stony Brook was able to build a big lead. Nice job by Brown, coming back, showing some guts, getting back into this basketball game. Almost came away with the victory, but it was well coached, well executed, well officiated, well coached basketball game. Terrific entertainment for the fans. Last game of the season before we hit 2024.
Your final from Stony Brook, 69-65. We'll step aside when we return. One of the winning coaches from Stony Brook staff after the 4-point win. Final non-conference game of the season is in the books. Stony Brook takes it a 69-65 final.